A photo from Kamchatka base reveals Russia's unusual secrets. Shouldn't the West be on alert immediately? Amid an increasingly heated geopolitical stage, patience has its limits. For Russia, the series of provocative actions and relentless expansion by NATO countries is no longer something that can be tolerated through diplomacy alone. Feeling that its sovereignty and strategic security are under threat, Moscow has decided to take serious measures. A firm message delivered not through words, but through steel and netting at one of the most vital corners of the Earth. On August 2nd, the outside world, through the sharp eyes of OSINT analysts like M.T. Anderson, who examined Maxar satellite images, finally became aware of Russia's latest move. This development confirmed that Moscow is no longer playing games. The satellite image analysis revealed an unprecedented scene at the Rybachy nuclear submarine base. Located in the remote yet strategic Krasheninnikov Bay on the Kamchatka Peninsula, this base houses Russia's Pacific Fleet and serves as one of the primary strongholds for the country's nuclear-armed submarines, which form the backbone of its national defense. Western researchers observed closely as most of the dock and, more significantly, a Project 949A Antey nuclear-powered cruise missile submarine, known by NATO as Oscar II, was now under the protection of a massive net. Initial speculation among Western observers revolved around two possibilities. Was this an advanced camouflage effort or an anti-drone defense system? That uncertainty vanished days later when clearer images of the base surfaced. The photos showed Russian Navy personnel calmly going about their duties on the submarine's gangway, while above them stretched a sturdy protective net covering the entire dock area and the hull of the massive submarine. Now, there is no more doubt. The net is an active defensive barrier, a shield specifically designed to neutralize the threat of drone attacks. This move sent shockwaves throughout the global intelligence community. The installation of such a defense system in Kamchatka, thousands of kilometers away from the conflict zone in Ukraine, shows just how seriously Russia views the current threats. This is no longer merely a reaction to a proxy war in Eastern Europe. It is a strategic calculation aimed at protecting its most valuable assets from increasingly audacious adversaries. This action proves that Russia is not only vigilant, but also proactive in securing its nuclear deterrent forces, wherever those assets may be. But what is the real reason behind the installation of this anti-drone net? The answer to that question may lie in a combination of Western arrogance and provocation. Previously, Ukrainian defense intelligence, clearly backed by NATO, obtained classified information about one of the newest jewels of the Russian Navy, the K-555 Knyaz Pozharsky, a Borei-A class nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarine. Such espionage is a clear signal that Russia's strategic assets are becoming primary targets. Adding to this was a statement from the U.S. President Donald Trump, who claimed to have ordered 2 nuclear submarines to operate near Russia. Although the specific locations and armament details of those American submarines remain classified, the threat was unmistakably clear. Naturally, this provocation has reignited the age-old debate beneath the vast waves of the world's oceans, whose submarines truly reign supreme, Russia's or America's. Russia, as the inheritor of the legendary Soviet naval tradition, possesses one of the largest and most formidable submarine fleets in the world, with approximately 64 units. At the heart of its strategic power are 14 ballistic missile submarines. Leading the fleet is the Borei class, currently numbering 8 units. The Borei-class submarines represent the pinnacle of modern military engineering, armed with 16 Bulava intercontinental ballistic missiles and 6 533mm torpedo tubes. With capabilities to launch anti-submarine rockets and deploy naval mines, and manned by over 100 elite sailors, the Borei class serves as a doomsday guarantee for anyone daring to attack Russia. These submarines are gradually replacing the legendary Delta IV class, which for decades served as the backbone of Russia's maritime nuclear deterrent and still has at least 6 fully operational units, armed with the reliable Sinova missiles. On the offensive side, the Russian Navy relies on 4 deadly Yasin-class nuclear attack submarines. More compact and requiring a smaller crew, these submarines are true predators, with the ability to carry 32 to 40 P-800 Onyx or 3 M54-1 caliber cruise missiles. The Yasin class can destroy land and sea targets from great distances. In addition, there are still about 5 active Akela-class submarines, which are widely feared. Known as silent killing machines, these subs were designed as direct counterparts to the U.S. Los Angeles class, capable of launching a variety of missiles and torpedoes. Across the ocean, the United States boasts its Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines. Renowned for their stealth and ability to deliver nuclear warheads with precision. However, the core of its offensive power lies in 3 classes of nuclear-powered attack submarines, such as Virginia, Seawolf, and Los Angeles, armed with Tomahawk missiles, Harpoon missiles, and Mk-48 torpedoes. These vessels are designed to hunt and destroy enemy ships. The Virginia class, with around 24 units, is the most recent, although many of its features are focused on supporting special forces operations. The Seawolf class, though extremely powerful, consists of only 3 units, a costly project whose production was halted and which even lacks a vertical launch system. The true backbone of the U.S. fleet remains the aging Los Angeles class. First built in 1976 to counter the Soviet threat, these submarines, while effective in their time, are now technologically outdated and are gradually being retired. When compared directly, the strength of the Russian fleet lies in its design, which focuses on strategic objectives and superior destructive power. While the U.S. has the numbers, Russia possesses deadlier quality and flexibility in its latest platforms, such as the Yasin class, which serves a dual role as both a ship hunter and a land attack platform. In the end, the installation of anti-drone nets in Rybachy is not a sign of fear. On the contrary, it is a symbol of intelligence, vigilance, and combat readiness. It is a statement that Russia will not allow its strategic assets, which guarantee its sovereignty and existence, to be left vulnerable to attacks from the West. But there's another piece of news that has caught attention and shouldn't be overlooked. While the US deploys 2 nuclear submarines somewhere in the ocean, for the first time, China has sent a Kilo-class submarine to take part in a large-scale Russia-China military exercise. Is this just a routine drill? What's hidden behind this exercise? One thing is certain, this is an alarm for the West. That's all for today, and thanks for watching.